The Ethelred Estate in Kennington, South London, has undergone an extensive series of sustainable refurbishments. The aim of these refurbishments has been to provide improved living standards for the estate's residents, whilst also increasing the energy efficiency of the high-rise buildings.
There are 3 tower blocks on the Ethelred Estate, Brittany Ward and Elkington Point, and there are around 300 homes in the tower block.
The 3 towers had been identified as being in quite a poor state and in need of fairly urgent refurbishment, and the residents have certainly made that clear to us over the last few years.
At the moment we're having major refurbishments done. New heating, new kitchen, new bathroom, new windows, rewiring, new cold water system. I've been here 24 years and never anything on this scale has been done before. With the windows I've got at the moment, I'm not really looking forward to another winter. The old windows I have in the flat are like old metal frames, very drafty, very damp. I think I noticed it when I went to visit other people that had, you know, double glazed windows and things like that. You notice you go into their home and then you come here and you could actually feel a draft. So I think it's going to be much, much nicer and hopefully save us some money on electricity.
Last year, the weather has been so cold in the house. The kids cry because it's cold, and the heat is sometimes working, sometimes it's not working. The kids have been sick because the cold in the house. I need to put more stuff in the bed because it's too cold. I want to be comfortable in my house.
The redevelopment of the Ethelred Estate includes large-scale refurbishments inside residents' homes.
This is one of the vacant flats where the refurbishment works are just about to start. This is the control for the existing warm air heater system. It allows residents to turn the system up and down, but it's quite a crude control. With the new wet radiator system that we're installing, residents will have a more sophisticated programmer and a thermostat. This existing warm air heater system is quite an inefficient system in itself. We're completely refurbishing the kitchens, which includes the installation of an extract fan. We are replacing the single glazed metal windows with these new double glazed tilt and turn windows. They will give much better noise insulation and of course much better thermal insulation. The new double glazed windows incorporate insulated panels below them to help keep the heat inside residents' homes. We're also completely refurbishing the bathrooms, incorporating water-saving fittings. We're also upgrading the bathroom extract system, which should help with condensation problems inside some of the flats. The flats are being rewired throughout, and we'll also be fitting low-energy light fittings in all the rooms.
The refurbishments have caused a number of challenges, including disruption to the residents' daily lives.
I've lived at the Ethelred Towers for just over 6 years now. There's everything from young families to single people, young professionals, elderly, a real mix of people. Living on a building site at any time is stressful. With this one, because it's gone on for 2.5 years now, it's been incredibly stressful. There's been months where we weren't able to see out of our windows because they were protected with film. We had no lift service half the time. We've had countless days where hot water's run out, and so we've had no facilities. In terms of the working with the contractors, they had liaison officers who they seemed to change an awful lot. People came and went. There was very little consistency, and there was very little information being passed on from one person to the next. So it was, to be honest, a lot of us felt that we were managing our own project.
Yeah, it's really bothering us, the scaffolding. It's 2 years, imagine that. 2 years. The drilling is really hard. Because sometimes in the lift, you cannot go right away because most of the workers and the things that they bring up, it's really difficult. Sometimes the lift is broken and you have to walk from up to downstairs.
Living in my flat at the moment while the work's taking place is not too bad. It's obviously disruptive. You've got to expect disruption because it's a lot happening. In the evening when I come home, they've usually gone by about 4:30. They've left me a temporary sink so obviously you can wash up. You're situated now in your living room with your kettle, your toaster, your fridge and all your bits. So it's just basically keeping things simple with your food. You know, it's copeable. Bit of an adventure, I suppose, in a way.
Well, we very much hope residents will feel all the disruption's been worthwhile, because they'll be in buildings that will be visually transformed from the outside and look a lot more elegant, but inside they'll have new kitchens and bathrooms, new services, and they should feel a lot more comfortable in the winter, less drafty, lower heating bills hopefully, generally better homes to live in.
In addition to improvements inside residents' homes, there are also a number of less visible changes to the tower blocks, which will help to dramatically increase their energy efficiency.
The existing boilers have been in 55 years and they're knackered. They're at the end of their life and they're very inefficient to run. The new boilers now are a lot more efficient, a lot more eco-friendly, using half the amount of gas as we was before.
The boilers are just a backup for the main source of heating, which comes from the CHP.
The CHP stands for Combined Heat Power Unit, which means it generates hot water and electricity. If there's any spare electricity generated, it goes back into the national grid system. The old system that they had here, the boilers are worn out. They've been in 40 to 50 years. With the new system they're putting in place now, it runs between 94 and 96% efficiency if it's maintained properly.
The outside of the blocks will have insulation fitted to them, which will help to keep the heat inside residents' homes. And we're fitting solar PV panels to the outside of the blocks, which will generate clean electricity. After we've resurfaced the roofs, we'll be laying green sedum roofs. The green roofs will promote biodiversity, providing a habitat for bees and insects. They also reduce the speed of rainwater runoff and will actually extend the life of the new roofs as they protect them from UV rays.
The refurbishments were finished on the 16th of December 2010. Before refurbishments were done, sometimes you wondered how you were going to cope another winter here with the old windows and the old heating. During the winter months now, the new heating is excellent, very warm in the new windows, draft proof, completely changed my life. It's just so warm and comfortable. You wonder how you ever lived without the new system before, really.
We go into the residents' flats and we go through a checklist that we've got, which covers things like ventilation, condensation, use of electrical equipment. So we can give them advice on things like making sure they turn off things that they're not using, how to use their heating system. So we show them how to program their heating system and their thermostat so that the heating comes on and off when it suits them, and also so it's not running when it's not needed. The renovations inside the flats have made a long-lasting improvement, and the residents are going to be really happy living in their newly refurbished properties.
Our building now is really very nice now. I'm very proud now to invite my friend because my flat now is really renovated. It's really changed everything. I'm really very proud.
Hopefully now the renovation's coming to an end, people will feel a bit more proud about where they live. But yeah, hopefully people will get more engaged.
I love coming home now. Can't believe it's sort of mine, you know, you come home and you feel like someone's given you a brand new property sort of thing. Very happy, very happy.